Hey guys, Sky here from HWF, and this is a Shelby Cobra 427 SC from Mattel Hot Wheels.
Designed by Carroll Shelby in 1962, the Shelby Cobra featured a stunning, recognizable and distinctive styling, with features like the Lemurs stripes and number circles. Its pedigree being a FIA World Champion car due largely to its power and performance, made it a highly sought-after classic by car collectors and enthusiasts alike.
Well, then, if you might ask me, why do I buy this model then? Well, because it's a Shelby. It's a Shelby Cobra. Despite the fact that the paint job is a bit of a big miss for me, it still captures the Cobra's very beautiful curves, particularly the rear quarter panel here. As you can see, the curves here is very, very beautiful. It captures the curves on the actual car very well. I also particularly liked the side exit exhaust pipes on both sides. So there's another one here on the right side as well. And yeah, overall, the Shelby Cobra is a very beautiful convertible. If you are into American muscles, like I do, you will appreciate the shape of the Shelby Cobra, even though it has a shitty paint job. Not much else to say apart from a shitty paint job. I mean, there is a fuel filler cap or gas filler cap if you're from America. There are details of the tail lights as well as the headlights, but as you can see, there's no decals here. The gaping hole on the front grille is beautiful touch. It's not just flat, it has actually some details, some textures there, so it reflects the actual model. And there's also a license plate holder, albeit again without the license plate decal. Yeah, other than that, not much to talk about this. I really don't like the color scheme at all. Like, this is just not working for me. I mean, there's also chrome bits on the rims. That's chrome on chrome is never a good thing. And to make matters worse, the underbody is also chrome. Look at that, more chrome. Well, thankfully the interior is not chrome, yeah? Probably one of the shorter detailed review segments I've ever recorded. So moving on to the detailed review segment, the first thing that we gotta address is definitely this paint job. Let me just focus the camera, and you can tell that this is pretty much a miss with the paint job, right? The silver, I don't know, they try to make it look like chrome-ish, but it's got weird scuff marks and all. It's not smooth, it's not beautiful, it's not what a good chrome is supposed to be. It looks a bit shoddy with, as you can tell, a lot of different, I'm not sure what marks those are. Maybe somebody touch it when the paint is not dried fully, but it's pretty much a miss with this particular paint job. And I'm not sure if this is an error. I found two copies of this car in the local supermarket, and they both look like this. As a matter of fact, this is in fact one of the the better looking one with the better looking paint job. The other one had a scuff further at the right side rear quarter panels. The decals, I feel like, is another miss. So the blue doesn't do very good contrast against the silver. The 427 indicating the engine capacity on the hood is a nice touch. But other than that, I would have to say the body of this thing, the paint and the decals of this thing is not working it for me. It's not doing it for me. Well, the interior of this thing is equally nothing to write home about. I mean, well, at least we should be happy that it's not in chrome, yeah? Well, jokes aside, the interior is pretty much what you can expect from any Hot Wheels model. Well, apart from the fact that this one is a two-seater sports car, two-door, two-seater sports car, so there is, well, two seats in the interior, there's a steering wheel, and there is also some details on the dashboard in the form of gauges, although they are located central to the car. There is a shifter mounted in the center console, although I don't see any handbrakes on this particular interior model. There's no rear view mirror. In fact, no wing mirror here as well, as far as I can see. The seats have what looks like seat belts in the form of the cross. It should be a seat belt detail. And it's all done up in one color. Although I guess you should be appreciative of the contours and the indents on the seat itself. And if you look at the seat, it's not actually flat. It seems like there are some bolsters on the left and the right side of the seat. That is, well, yeah, always a nice touch. It improves the immersion. It's not just flat, and looks like you will hurt your bum and your back every time you sit inside this car. So yeah, some level of details are still present, and in particular, I really liked this. What is this supposed to be? Like an indent, like a semi roll cage. In the event the car turned turtle, this thing will protect the driver, because as you can imagine, this is a convertible, and you wouldn't want the convertible to turn turtle and then the entire car collapsing on you. So that's not great for safety. So they've retained this particular bit on the body. It would probably have been better if it's finished in a different color. Well, this is probably a good instance where they can use chrome, because this would be a steel tubular structure that enhances the safety of the cabin. So it could be finished in chrome or black, any other color, other than the interior's color. The interior's color just makes them look a little sloppy. And another gripe of mine is, if you look closer here on the driver side, there's actually a hole that allows you to see to the floor of the model. So as you can see, the floor of the model is finished in chrome, and the hole is actually, colored chrome. So not sure what's up with that. On the passenger side, it doesn't have that same thing. On the passenger side, it's just on the driver's side. So as you can see from this shot, it reflects the light that's coming from my home studio unit, whereas here it's still flat and flush as a plastic piece of the interior, part of the interior. So, concluding remark. If you stuck around the video this far, you will know that I am not a big fan of this paint job and decal scheme. This has got to be one of the ugliest Hot Wheels model that I've ever purchased, that I've ever owned, that I've ever seen to come from Mattel Hot Wheels. Nonetheless, as I have mentioned, it's still a Shelby Cobra. It's still a muscle car that captures a lot of the very beautiful curves uh, from the actual model. I mean, I'm a sucker for curves when it comes to cars, right? Newer models, they don't actually have curves, they have lines and angles. You know, Veneno comes to mind, that sort of a very edgy, very sharp, very meh sort of a design. This perfectly captures the 60s and the 70s, the car designs, where they try to make the sheet metal to be shaped as smooth and as curvilicious as they can possibly make in the manufacturing process. And I think this model captures that very well, which is one of the reasons why I will keep this one, despite the fact that it has one of the worst paint schemes and decal schemes that I've ever seen. It still has all of that right curves at the right place, sort of a design, and that is, in my books, at least makes it worthwhile to pick this one up. In any case, this has been Sky from HWF, and until we meet again, bye bye for now.